going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's George. To the middle. Oh, it's stolen. George with a steal. Oubre passes to George. Here's Drummond. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
A true center, a throwback center. Drummond is not a guy who jacks up threes. Andre wants to eat inside.
Now here's Ball. Going inside. And Ball throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Setting his team made up nicely out of the two-man game that time. Ball provides style and substance with his brilliant playmaking.
Here's Maxey. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Miller. There's the drive. And another basket for Charlotte.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Embiid drawing the double team. And here's Oubre from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Miller. It's stolen by Oubre. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Williams a screen on Oubre. Oubre against Miller. Right side, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Okogie. And the 3 off target. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Drummond up top. Back to George. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter, because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Inside. And Williams punches it home.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis. One of the key components of Drummond's game is an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
Miller against Drummond. Outside, Williams. Nifty move. And Williams punches it home.
And he lost his man with a shifty play inside.
And then just went and hammered it home. Wow.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
And Charlotte making a change here. Nurkic just checked in. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George finds Drummond over Nurkic. That one's wide left.
Nice work defensively, meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
Ball outside. The 3. The shot no good. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. The Sixers on top. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Fast break, Philadelphia. George with it. Guarded now by Ball. George passes to Oubre. Back to George. Drummond with the screen. Here's the floater. Pass to George. The kick out to Maxey. Sinks it from distance. Maxey's got his third basket on the night right there.
Zero hesitation. Maxey, great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
Oubre against Miller. Down low. Ball outside. 6 on the shot clock. Miller outside. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity. Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
They started this one on a mission to own their offensive rebounds, outworking the defense to win back the ball and get second-chance shots.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And the jam by George.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown for Paul George.
Miller with it. He's got 5. Shot to stop the run. Pure from three-point range.
3-point.
Miller's got 8.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
George. Pass to Embiid. And here's Oubre from the arc. Williams grabs the board. Hornets trail by 8. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, yeah, he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Here's Ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. 4-3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Never lacking for sizzle in his game. That was a sweet move from Ball right there.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Okogie. Offensive board. Miller left side. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drive.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
George with it, guarded now by Ball. And here's Oubre from the arc. That one is off. Hornets trail by 5. Puts up a deep 3. Miller can't get it to go.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. may want to try a different approach moving forward.
Oubre against ball. Oubre passes to Embiid. Oh! Embiid packs it down!
Got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Nurkic, a screen on Oubre. Miller, the pass to Nurkic. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Charlotte shooting their initial free throws of the game here. The first free throw is good.
Shooting for Charlotte, Nurkic.
That one misses. Philadelphia leading by 6. Pass to Oubre. Corner shot. Ball with the rebound.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Nurkic's shot is good.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's George. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Sixers on top, up 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what we're seeing from Brandon Miller.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court for Charlotte, Grant Williams out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Josh Green. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Diabate in at the center position. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
First team foul.
A clear look for Green, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. And the Hornets lead by 1. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
And out of bounds, Charlotte will have it. About a minute played here in the second half. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Man with it, picked up by Lowry. To the paint. Here's Diabate, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Now here's Mann. He's scoreless. Williams, a screen on Lowry. And Lonnie Walker's going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Mann. Five on the clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Williams from long range. Oh, good D by Edwards. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Grant Williams, a bit of a jack of all trades, Clark. He always provides a spark.
Yeah, he's an ideal guy to have in your rotation, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, because he gives you a lot of positive production at both ends, and you can get under the skin of the opponent too, which isn't always a bad thing. Gives you everything he has and fits in nicely with whatever role you give him.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to Kyle Lowry. Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
And here's Charlotte now, following the score by Philadelphia. Bridges down low, looking on Walker. And the basket by Bridges.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5. Here's Yabusele. And Miles Bridges is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's Bono. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here's Green. And how about the Aussie Josh Green? An athletic wing. He's become a real threat from outside.
And I like that he's added that to his game because he gives you all the intangibles. He's a physical presence. He's an excellent defender. He moves well without the ball. When he's knocking down threes, it takes him to another level as an offensive player. He's got a chance to be a really special player going forward.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Now here's Green. Williams with the screen. Green, the pass to Williams. Back to Green. Takes a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Up top, Walker. He's guarded by man. And the jam by Walker.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Ball taking his time here. Back to Miller. The fader. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 7. George outside, screen by Embiid, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Miller. From outside the arc. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Pass the ball. Now here's Bridges. Embiid covers. The 3 from Ball. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game. George against Williams. And the jam by Drummond.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. Screen by Embiid. Over to the left wing. Kicks it to George. Back to Embiid. Pass to George. From deep three-point land. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Miller with it, and Drummond picks him up defensively. Here's Williams. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Andre Drummond. Nurkic has checked in for Bridges.
At the line for the Hornets, Mark Williams.
Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Maxey. And he makes it on the layup. Maxey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not just the perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
The drive by Miller. Here's Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Pass to Embiid. And stolen by Williams. Nurkic passes to Ball. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Okogie. Maxey covering.
Charlotte foul. Josh Okogie. That's his 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. For 3, George. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And Williams punches it home. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
For 3, Maxey. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Oh, that's a sweet move, guys. That's how you humiliate someone on the court.
Boy, that was quite a move, an ankle breaker for sure. And then he calmly knocked down the shot. Well done.
The kick out to Williams. Clock at 6. Miller, right side. Williams, a screen on Oubre from 17. And he can't bank that one in.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
52 seconds left in the game. Pass to Ball. Back to Miller. Nurkic, a screen on Oubre. Miller finds Williams. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Sixers ball.
There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And there's the call on Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line.
At the line for your Sixers.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
That's how you protect a lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
Oubre against Miller. We've got 22 seconds left in the final quarter. Charlotte, no good that time either. And here's Embiid. Pass to Maxey. Fires fires away from way outside. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the call.
down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Here is Ricochet, and Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
Here is Daniels. 6 to shoot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, and we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
A slow start for Atlanta in this one. 7-point differential. To the paint, and they get it. And Okongwu slams it in.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And Miller throws it down hard.
And using his length to come right off the drive into the hoop there. Big time move by Miller.
Pass to Daniel. Nails the wide open jump shot. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Ball surveying the defense. Driving the lane. Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Daniels, and he banks in the layup. Daniels has got his second bucket tonight.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now, here is Miller. He's to Okogie. 5 on the clock. He takes it in, and he dunks it down.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Now, here's LeVert. 1:56 left in the first quarter. The tray. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Daniels from outside. Bridges with the board. Charlotte leading by 5. Driving inside.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
And it's Miller penetrating, and Miller throws it down hard.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Team first.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Daniels. Got it. Good job in the low post. Daniels has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And it's Miller penetrating.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's LeVert, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Going deep in his bag there. Miller with the incredible crossover.
Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Okongwu a screen. Daniels with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Williams sets a screen for Miller. Bangs home the trifecta. Miller's got 11 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
So as we... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hornets.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
The front court is Rizuche and Johnson. Karis LeVert is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple of occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Here's LeVert, and that one is hammered home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
There's Miller with the three. Rebound by the Hawks. Inside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ball. Bridges outside. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Johnson back to LeVert. Lots of room. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 6 points for Karis LeVert.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
Now Miller. He's got 11. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by LeVert. Okongwu at the elbow. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Miller surveying the floor. Bridges sets the screen for Miller. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Stolen by Ball. Miller with the ball. He's picked up by LeVert. Miller the pass to Ball. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if we only play half the year?
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Kevin, the new leadership at Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Kicks it out to Johnson. That three off the mark. Charlotte leading by 7. Bridges passes the ball. 1:09 left here in the second. Williams has a screen for Ball. Shot clock at 6. Sweet move. And it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Nance. Hornets with the rebound.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
It's Miller on the way. He's got 11. Yep, that one goes.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Man with it. He's against Miller.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking to the inside. And Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
On the wing, man. Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Their lead at 11 points to end the... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
On the court for the Hornets, Josh Green is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Diabate in at the 4 slot to the left side wing. Nobody near Nurkic. It's good from long range. Nurkic has got the lead up to 12 now for Charlotte.
Not bad. Nurkic with a nice shot there, especially off of that assist.
Here's Buffkin. Boom, he chips it straight down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Hornets leading by 9. And the wide open shot from Green. The three-pointer is right on target. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Diabate. Here's Nurkic. Outside Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Screen by Nurkic. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Nance. Basket good. Nance has got his first bucket in this one.
Terrific at taking some initiative there on the inside portion of the floor was Larry Nance Jr.
Man with it. Nothing on the board. Pass to Diabate. The three-pointer off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall, 80% since the break. Man finds Niang. Here's Buffkin, defended by Man. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. There's the triple. Here's Buffkin. And the foul called on Grant Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Team second.
Here's Buffkin. 5 points in the game. Pass to Man. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. Second chance shot. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And Clint Capella having a little bit of fun out there with that dunk.
Green taking his time here. 1:52 left to play here in the third. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
The Hawks trail by 5. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Buffkin. Makes it off the glass. Buffkin's got 7 points for the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And here is Green. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. The kick out to Williams. Trying to get something going. Knocks down the 3 ball. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now, here's Nurkic. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Man. The fader. Mans with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The steal.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power through.
Outside, Green. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Charlotte leading by 6. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with LeVert, and it's Rizachet in at the 3. So that's the Hawks 5. Offensive rebound. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Team first.
So it's Atlanta now. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Now Daniels. Johnson in the corner. Pocket 6. Back to Daniels. And he drops it in from the low post.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Miller outside. Pass to Williams. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson. Miller grabs the miss. Hornets leading by 6. Bridges, no one around him. Drains the three-pointer. Bridges has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Down low, here's Okongwu. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Bridges sets the screen for Miller. Pass to Bridges. Ball with it. He's covered by Daniels. From downtown. He can't get that one. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 7. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Outside ball. Pulls it up. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And now it's an 11-point Charlotte lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lane. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Miller with the ball. With the drive, and Miller throws it down hard.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. And he comes up with the deuce. Okongwu's now got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here is Miller. The kick out to Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Rizashay.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. Both good from the line that time. 1:41 left in the 4th. Johnson against Williams. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Miller. Here's ball. Back to Miller.
Yes, sir.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Daniel. Puts it up. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Miller. Out to Bridges. And he drives in. Then Bridges jams it in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And it's LeVert missing. Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Miller. Now, ball. Fires away from outside. It's off. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.
2K Sports. Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Paul George. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Okongwu at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Risachet. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions. But tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Maxey, that's good.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Here's Risachet. Maxey covering. Oubre against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Daniels. Three-pointer. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre passes to Maxey. The floater. And it's blocked. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Shot is up. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes. Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Embiid.
Hawks foul. Denver. His first. Team first.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Maxey. Out to Oubre. Shot clock at 5.
Yeah, the length of Capella really showing on that play. He has excellent timing when it comes to contested shots.
Well, great job to push it up the court with the pass, and they get a nice transition score.
Maxey with it. Now Okongwu defending. And here's Drummond. And he buries his first look.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
The Hawks trailing. Here's Daniels. Pass to Capella. Drummond grabs the miss.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
All right, now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Quinn Snyder.
The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And Atlanta has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Risachet.
Good work on the defensive end by Drummond, using his size to bother the shooter.
Okongwu. Joel Embiid with the board.
Excellent coverage defensively. They can hit hard on it.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Drummond against Capella. And there's Oubre. That one's good on the assist from Drummond.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Risachet. 46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's the 3. He drops it from range.
Yeah, that's what Risachet is out here to do. He is is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
And here's Embiid. Beyond the arc. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Johnson. There's a screen. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Screen by Embiid. It's George on the drive. Pass to Embiid. Misses the layup. Goes back up. Drummond. And he dumps it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
And that's exactly what you want.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Kongwu at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Rizachet out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Johnson in at small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
George scanning the floor. Drummond with the screen. George, and that's good.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screen and rolls and taking what he sees.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Atlanta foul. Daniel. His second. Team second.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Drummond with the screen. George outside. Pass to Embiid. The 3-ball. Here's Drummond. Oh, the jam by Drummond.
Well, that's about as high percentage of look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Capella drives. Back to Okongwu. Up top, Capella. Here's Daniels. 6 to shoot. Back to Capella. It's stolen by Drummond. And here's Oubre from the arc. Drops in the 3. And now a 12-point Philadelphia lead.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Johnson. He's covered by Oubre. Okongwu, a screen on Oubre. Johnson passes to Okongwu. The shot that time not on target. Excellent D there from Embiid. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Daniels passes to Okongwu. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. And here the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. LeVert goes against Maxey. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
You gotta like the momentum on George's drive, cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Here's LeVert. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. LeVert's got his second basket.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
George passes to Embiid. Maxey on the wing. Embiid, a screen on LeVert. 5 to shoot. Pass to Embiid. Here's Drummond. It's tipped, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Hawks trail by 13. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
Drummond with the screen. For three, Maxey hits a three-pointer. Maxey's got 7 points in the game.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
LeVert goes against Maxey. Back to man. Pass to LeVert. Niang outside. No good on the triple. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Now here's George. He's guarded by man. Screen by Embiid. The ball's knocked loose. Outside man. And here's LeVert for three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Philadelphia. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got Kyle Lowry. He's out there with Walker, and it's Yabusele in at the four-man position.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Here's Walker. Outside Edwards. From the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Niang, pass to LeVert. The rebound by Lowry.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Edwards with it. Now LeVert defending. The kick out to Edwards. Lowry, right side. Here's Bona. He's guarded by Nance. And that one's good. Bona.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Outside man. Nance with a screen on Walker. The kick out to Nance. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Outside Edwards. Jacks up a three. Yabusele with the drive. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Hawks trail by 14. Niang outside. Lowry against LeVert. Rebound by the 76ers. Lowry, the pass to Edwards. Takes the three, and Lowry's good for three. Lowry's got his first 3 points of the game.
Lowry can be dangerous from deep. The defense has to guard him better than this.
And it's Walker off the drive. Edwards for three. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. And the 76ers lead by 20.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And he's all alone. And Edwards slams it in.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Walker with it. Now LeVert defending. Lowry outside. The three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Here's the break. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Outside man. Walker with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Basket counts. Edwards has got 7 points. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Philadelphia.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third.
Most people think of Young as a perimeter player, but he has the courage and toughness to work inside.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Okongwu against Embiid. Outside Young. Okongwu, a screen on George. Clock at 6. There's Young with the three. It's hauled in by Oubre. It's George on the wing. And so it's Philadelphia cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get there. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okongwu at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Trae Young out there with Risachet. And it's Johnson in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
With the bucket.
Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Lets it go from deep. And Young is good for three. Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Pass to George. The three is up. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks shooting just 37% in the game. And he's going for the lob. And it's Capella with the jam.
And when the time is right, Capella can get up there. Great job rising up for the bucket.
Here's Maxey. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Rizachet. Right side, Young. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Young misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Fires the three. Buries it from three.
Yeah, good luck stopping that. When PG is hitting the pull-up with his size and hops, you just got to tip your hat.
Outside Young. All sorts of time. They get the rebound. Back to Capella. Tries again. Joel Embiid with the board.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
George against Young. George passes to Drummond. It's stolen by Johnson. Okongwu finds Young. Oubre with a steal. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last year.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
George against Young. 6 on the shot clock. Capella screen on George. And a deep three from Young. The long distance three is buried. Young's got 6 here in the quarter.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Young. Shoots over George. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
Young against George. Young looking over the floor. Over George. Here's Okongwu. The kick out to Young. Capella screen on George. Here's Young. Hands it from the wing. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Drummond, the screen on Young, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That'll be a second foul of the game. George outside. Up top, Embiid. Pass to Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, George. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. the 76ers, winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way they're... Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Sitting 30. That's
Welcome and good evening. Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Paul George, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Nurkic, and it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Inside, Williams. Good D by Drummond.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
The offensive rebound. Outside for George. Embiid with a screen on Miller. Shot clock at 5. Embiid drives in. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Oubre against Miller. Ball, the pass to Miller. Back to Ball. George with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Oubre, no one around him. They grab their own miss. Drummond, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
With that size and with that strength, it is such a problem trying to keep Andre Drummond off the offensive glass.
Now, here's Nurkic. Pass to Okogie. And it's Miller in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the run. Maxey grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Embiid. Drummond dishes to Oubre. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
George finds Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Miller after the Sixers pick up 2. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so here's Charlotte, searching for their first points of the game. Here's Miller. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. George looking over the floor. Embiid wide open. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end, and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
Philadelphia with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Embiid. Oubre outside. Maxey on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity, and it's good. 2 points.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
4th team foul.
Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's Oubre. The 76ers need to get off a shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here is Miller. Here he goes. It's Williams, high post. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. The shot, no good. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Miller. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. George passes to Drummond. That ball, nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from...
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they've made a point of pounding the offensive boards, turning those rebounds into points. It's been a great effort.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Nurkic is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Come on, Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
Miller kicks to Williams. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end. He seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Miller surveying the floor. Williams a screen on Oubre. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Maxey against Miller. Outside, Maxey. Back to Embiid. Off target with his 3. Hornets trail by 14. Outside, Ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Williams a screen on Oubre. On the wing, Miller, covered by Oubre. Miller, the pass to Okogie. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set. And there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Williams, a screen on George. Ball against George. Outside, ball. And the lead is down inside single digits. Ball's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie.
First team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And George, here we go. Hornets with the rebound. And here's Miller outside. It's hauled in by George. The 76ers leading by 9. Oubre for 3. Drummond dishes to Embiid. Right side, George. 4 on the clock. Takes a 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
Williams, a screen on George. There's Ball with the 3. The rebound by Paul George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. At one point, they led by 16. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The shortest 3 in the game. Maxey solid from that corner.
Nurkic, a screen on George. George against Ball. A 3-ball. Okogie. It's good on the putback.
Well, Josh Okogie is nothing if not opportunistic. You love creating the second chance opportunity there.
The 76ers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
He's off on the second.
Well, you have to respect the career of Paul George. He has faced at one point a career-ending injury. He keeps battling to get back on the floor through constant injury.
There's Miller with the 3, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Philadelphia, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break, and then back to the action here. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Ari out there with Lonnie Walker. Then there's Edwards. And it's Yabusele in at the 4 slot. It's Edwards on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Edwards got his team on the board first here in the second half for the 76ers. Here's Mann, while recovering. Mann passes to Bridges. Now Mann. Here's Williams. And easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Combined strength, athleticism, unbelievable hops. Miles Bridges, yes, sir.
Outside Lowry. It's good. Lowry's got his first points in this one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Green inside the three-point line, and that one good. The The 76ers leading by 13. Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Here's man, guarded by Walker. Bridges. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
I tell you, no secret that Miles Bridges at his best when finishing at the cup.
Lowry from outside. They get it back. Edwards kicks to Yabusele. Outside, Walker. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range. And the 76ers lead by 16.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a play.
And there's the foul. It's on Justin Edwards. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's man. Lowry covering. Nice move. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges attacking. Then Bridges jams it in.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Lowry kicks to Yabusele. Walker against Green. Pass to Bona. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and a nice finish by him.
Green against Walker. Green inside. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Ball goes to Philadelphia.
.55 seconds left in the third. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, such a crafty player. Lowry excels at using his body to draw contact.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Hornets trail by 17. Bridges with it. Picked up by Edwards. Bridges dishes to Green. Out to Bridges. Clock at 6. Man passes to Williams. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Kyle Lowry. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17-point lead, their biggest. The 76ers have shot 50% from the line today.
Second for 6.
Free throw good. Lowry. Both teams will make substitutions.
Lowry taking 2 shots.
And so Lowry nails both of them. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, ball. Nurkic with it. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 70. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The 76ers leading by 19 points. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Nurkic, and it's Okogie in at the 3. So that's the Hornets 5.
And don't sleep on Maxi's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
Miller against Oubre. Miller kicks to Ball. Back to Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
And offensively, Miller is terrific on the perimeter, but he can also play above the rim as well.
Here's Maxey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Brandon Miller. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Miller with a wide open look. Another shot. Here's Williams. And Williams with the stop.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Here's Maxey. Offensive rebound. Here's Embiid. It's good.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Hornets trail by 21. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Ball against George. Nurkic setting the pick for Ball. Good on the three-point shot.
Irrepressible confidence. LaMelo from deep.
Miller against Maxey. Pass to George. There's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
George.
And the 76ers lead by 21.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Nurkic a screen on Oubre. Hits the three-point bomb.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Maxey against Miller. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Another three for Philadelphia.
3 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Drummond dishes to Embiid. Pass to George. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. That shot wide open.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And George, here we go. And he goes big with the dunk right over LaMelo Ball.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Ball from long range. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Maxey passes to Oubre. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Philadelphia.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Pass to Embiid. The three. Outside for George. Three-pointer. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
44 seconds left in the fourth. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Miller, covered by Oubre. They need this one. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Ball.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
So it's Philadelphia winning. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and
Kings feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3. Clock at 6. Bridges passes to Okogie. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Pass to Daniels. LeVert goes against Ball. LeVert outside. Here's Risache. Tries it from 19. Ball with the rebound.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Screen by Bridges. Here's Miller, out to Bridges. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Fires the 3. Miller can't get it to go. In recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
It's stolen by Okongwu. To the inside. Knocked away. Ball with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And it's Bridges with the jam.
We tend to focus on what LaMelo Ball gives you offensively, but he's disruptive defensively, too.
Daniels passes to LeVert. Here's Risache. LeVert, a screen on Miller. Here's Risache. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Shakes him. And Ball with the layup.
Well, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot on.
It's Johnson with a drive, and the rebound goes to Charlotte.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Miller. Nails it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Hawks trail by 3. LeVert right side. Inside. Okongwu, the pass to LeVert. Here's Risache. Guarded by Miller. Launches a 3. That one doesn't drop. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Ball outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative, and he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash. But he's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Shoots from the line. Okongwu with the rebound.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
1:19 left in the first quarter here. Here's LeVert. Drops in the layup for 2.
You know, you can see the confidence level LeVert has by how often he hunts for his shot, especially from there.
And here's Miller. Screen by Bridges from deep three-point range. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Johnson with a bucket.
Jalen Johnson.
35 seconds left in the first. Miller left side. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Hawks trailing. On the break, here's Okongwu. And he hits it to tie the game. Okongwu's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
He shoots it. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Miller's got 5 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You've got to be tougher defensively.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Charlotte on top, leading by... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Okongwu. Here's Risache, guarded by Miller. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Hornets with the lead. And here is Williams. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Pass to Miller. 6 to shoot. Screen by Bridges. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Shoots over Johnson. Bridges misses. For Atlanta, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got his second bucket on the night. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Picked up by Okongwu. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Personal foul.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Williams with the screen. Miller outside. Williams with the screen. Will it go? Miller outside. Williams with the screen from deep. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. Yeah, what a move by the light-footed rookie. Ricochet driving in to get a bucket.
Williams with the screen from deep. Miller can't get it to go.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Pass to Daniels. And here's LeVert. He's guarded by Bridges. LeVert passes to Daniels. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Hornets trail by 7. Here's Okogie. Bridges passes to Williams. Now here's Bridges. Second chance effort. Rebound Atlanta. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Okongwu, a screen on Miller. Here's Daniels. Shoots over Miller. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Close. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Onyeka Okongwu.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Larry Nance is out there with George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. Green finds Williams. Back to Green. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Green's got his first basket.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Young driving in. Young blitzing his way to a bucket.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Diabate. Floats one. Capella with a rebound. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. And the shot's good.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
To the middle. Here's Diabate. Another shot. No good on the shot. Nice D from Nance. Atlanta leading by 9. Now here's Young. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Inside. It's Trae Young.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
To the paint. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up with 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Young looking over the floor. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Niang. Here's Mann. Outside Young. Lets the three fly. Oh! Trey virtually automatic from deep.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Now here's Mann, guarded by Young. Outside Mann. Down low. To stop the drought. Here's Diabate. Nice D from Nance.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Young, the pass to Nance. Back to Young, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Charlotte ball.
Hornets trail by 14. Outside man. Inside. Diabate's shot is good.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
The Hawks have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Young inside, defended by Nurkic. And here comes the break. Here's Diabate, and the big dunk at the end of the break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Capella. And he banks in the layup. And the Hawks lead by 12.
Capella's a capable scorer from the interior. Nice job there.
Now here's Mann, guarded by Young. Nurkic a screen on Young. Here's Mann. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. The Hawks lead by 9. Now LeVert. Oh, he misses the reverse. It'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. The third quarter comes to a close. The Hawks up. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Williams finds ball. A 3-ball from LaMelo.
Defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Tipped away and stolen by Bridges. Okogie, the pass to Bridges. Out left to the wing. LeVert goes against Ball. To the paint. It's tipped. Miller on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Williams with the screen. And Charlotte another 3.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
LeVert goes against Ball. Pass to Okongwu. Back to LeVert. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Miller. Charlotte gets it back. A deep three from Ball. Shot clock at 6. Williams with the screen. Ball with it. Now LeVert defending. From deep three-point land. The rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Okogie. Ball outside. Williams a screen on LeVert. The three from Ball. They grab their own miss. The Hawks lead by 5. Pass to Daniels. Here's Rizachet. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Brandon Miller. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Atlanta.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with the dribble, and they've made the most of their chances there as well.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
Miller outside. Here's Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Well, the Hawks shooting great. 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. Johnson a screen on Ball. LeVert with the ball. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Johnson with a bucket.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Miller outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
Tough move by Miller. Having to absorb the foul while taking his shot.
Miller hits them both. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Daniels passes to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Guarded by Miller. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Ball outside. Okogie on the wing. Miller outside. Williams with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. The shake. And he lays it up and in. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
It's LeVert on the wing. Pounded by Ball. Ball against LeVert. Johnson a screen on Ball. And here's LeVert for 3. Offensive rebound. Johnson passes to LeVert. Let's go with a 3. Williams grabs the board. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Williams with the screen. Here's Miller. With the second effort. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, get your feelings hurt.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They trail by 4. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Williams with the screen. Ball no good. so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it.